What is going on, everyone? Grunge Gaming back here. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the best servers to play on in Apex Legends Season 13. In this video, I'll be going over the servers that have the best teammates, opponents that will be easier to go up against, and servers that have larger player bases. That way, whenever you play a match, you'll end up getting into a match where all the players are at the same skill level as you. And just before I get into it, definitely make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. It comes at no cost to you and you can always unsubscribe later. With that out of the way, let's get right into today's video. The first servers I'll be going over are the populated ones. The most populated ones I've found, where you will usually get a fair match. They are the Oregon and Iowa cluster servers, and more importantly, the GCE servers. The nice thing about GCE servers is there's usually less lag, and they'll usually take more players before they start to lag than normal non-GCE servers, which is great because those servers will end up having a larger player base. Usually what happens if you aren't on a highly populated server, if you get into a match on one of those servers, what ends up happening because the player base is so low, it will end up putting players from Bronze and Predator lobbies and everyone in between into those matches. And once that happens, those matches aren't very fair. Now moving on to the servers that you should play on. If you're sick of getting bad teammates, then I would definitely recommend trying the Tokyo servers. Usually every season I always talk about these servers, but when you end up playing on them, it is a completely different experience. I definitely recommend Tokyo 1 or 2 GCE. Now these servers are definitely filled with very skilled players, but the nice thing is they are all skilled players, and that means your teammates as well. The experience on the Tokyo servers are definitely very different. I always get teammates that use their pings and can hold their own in a fight and don't wander off in random directions. Playing on these servers is definitely a fun experience. I think the funniest part is instead of you always having to carry your team, usually your teammates end up carrying you on these servers. The last thing I'll mention about these servers is ping. I usually get 130 ping on these servers, but surprisingly I experience barely to no lag when I play on these servers. The last server I'll be going over in today's video is the easiest server to play on. This server is the regular Sao Paulo 2. There are quite a few Sao Paulo servers as well, but for some reason Sao Paulo 2 has the best connection for whatever reason. The time to queue into a match isn't too bad depending on when you play. Usually if you play at night or during the weekends, you'll get into a match in no time. Now these servers have some very strange players on them, and although a very easy server to play on, the connection isn't always that great. But going back to the player base, if you've ever wanted to see some of the weirdest players out there, this is definitely the place. And especially if you want to have a laugh or two, I definitely recommend flying off the map and then spectating the people in this server. It is definitely a weird one to say the least. And with all that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching. Again, we are very close to 7,000 subscribers, so a big thank you to all of you who have subscribed. Have a great rest of your day, everyone, and I'll see you all around later. Bye guys.